This video, I'm going to be sharing with you a powerful meditation for transforming your self-image. I believe that if you listen to the meditation that's in this video for the next 21 days, it will profoundly change your life. Welcome back to another video. My name's Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how you can change your self-image. And not only that, I'm going to also be showing you a meditation that I think is one of the most powerful meditations I've ever done. And this has to do with understanding the self-image and how we can transform the self-image. Now, the self-image is something that runs our life experience. Like the way we view ourselves, if we view ourselves as only able to make $50,000 a year, all of our actions will correlate with that self-image and all of our beliefs will emanate from that, and therefore that is what our experience will be. This is why a lot of times people may intend to lose weight, but it's something that's very hard for them to do if they view themselves as somebody who is just naturally big boned or naturally has trouble losing weight. So you see, the way we see ourselves has so much of an influence on what we experience in our life. Now, this is the thing, and this is what can absolutely transform our life, is understanding that our self-image, the way we see ourselves, is what is called a cybernetic mechanism. Now, what this means is however we see ourselves, if we revert to something else, it will always go back to that base unless we change it at the fundamental core. Now, look at this as the analogy of, for example, a thermostat on the wall. Thermostat on the wall is set to 75 degrees. Now, if it gets hotter or colder, the AC clicks on and it brings it back to 75. Our self-image that says, I make $50,000 a year, that's all I'm capable of, even if we goal ourselves to make, let's say, $100,000 a year, subconsciously we will sabotage ourselves to bring us back down to this baseline of the way we see ourselves. So the key to this is first off changing the temperature on the gauge before we insist that the actual room temperature changes itself. We must actually change what it is set to. So that's what this video will do. If you want as well, what I recommend is I'm doing a free training series on emotional transformation. Now, emotional transformation is about understanding that what we can begin to do is to transform our emotions from the inside out, because our emotion is energy in motion, is what determines what we experience in our life. It has a very profound effect over the momentum, the direction of our life. And if we want to change our emotions, there's a couple key factors that are necessary. Now, it has to really do with letting go of what no longer serves. When we let go of past childhood trauma, past things that have happened, that's when it really changes our life, because with our self-image, there was a certain time in our past when something happened. And when this thing happened, we said, this is who I am. This is who I have to be safe. This is who I need to be. And because of that choice that we subconsciously made, we then developed that self-image that perpetuates certain emotions. So the key to this is knowing how to transform that. Now, if you would like to sign up for that free emotional transformation, it's a training series that I have, and you can go ahead and sign up in the top of the description box below, and I will send you the videos that will show you exactly how to transform your emotional set point and your self-image. Because I was somebody that used to be, on a scale of 1 to 10, my emotions, 10 feeling the best, 1 feeling not great at all, my emotions were generally in a 3 to 5 range. What I did is I learned these techniques that I share in the training, and I went up to a 7, 8, or a 9 out of 10, and that changed my emotional set point so much that I thought it was too good to be true. I remember walking around my room thinking, is this going to last? Because this feels so good. I want this to last. And guess what? It did last. But what happened was it became my natural set point. Now, of course, there's still dips. I'm not enlightened or anything. There's still dips that go up. But I will say the lowest I feel now is almost the best I would have ever felt before I transformed my emotion. So like I said, if you want to know how to do the same thing, in the top of the description box, you can go ahead and join that free training series, and you'll learn a lot more about that as well. Now, just to understand more, the self-image is also something that's taught in that as well, because the self-image is something that has emotions that in a way we may be kind of subconsciously addicted to. Like if you've ever seen somebody maybe that always attracts maybe negative people into their life, maybe it's like somebody that attracts a relationship, and that person always treats them bad. It could be because subconsciously that person is always charged into reacting to certain emotions from different people, and that's what kind of clings to them. So it's about wiping that slate clean and understanding how when we change that self-image, that's when everything really begins to change. Now, our repetitive actions, our repetitive emotions, our repetitive thoughts are what all correlate with the self-image we have. And one of the first steps of this self-image is to simply become aware of what our self-image is. So what I encourage you to do is to be aware right now. How do you view yourself? What kind of actions do you consistently take? What are you very capable of doing? What is hard for you to do? You see, any of the answers that come from this is going to have a barrier on it. And the barrier that comes from it is going to be that of the self-image. This is self-image we say, that's who I am, that is not who I am. Am I good at speaking in public? Nope, that's not who I am. That's not a part of my self-image. Am I good at doing, am I a quick learner? Yeah, I'm a pretty quick learner. I'm book smart, but I'm not street smart. Do you see what I mean? These little things are built into the self-image, but guess what? They can easily change, but the first step is being aware of what that self-image is. Because unless we are aware of it, it will remain on autopilot. So the more we become aware of our self-image is the more we are able to actually transform it. So what I want to ask you to do is to first off become aware of your self-image. Be aware of how you see yourself. And then know that if you want to see yourself any differently, it's about conditioning yourself to be a certain way, to be who you really are, but also letting go. So this is a mix of awareness, letting go, and then conditioning. So you have to let go, and there's a powerful process. It's called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, which includes tapping. The idea is that there is an energy signature that gets stored within our body. If you've ever learned about acupuncture, this is very much correlates with that. And when you learn to let go of the emotion that's stored up, you begin to transform yourself in a very powerful way. Now, EFT is very powerful. That's something, by the way, that I also teach in the free training series that's in the top of the description box below. That's something that can help you to let go. So it's letting go and then conditioning the new. Conditioning the new could be simply you start to take action in a new way. You do things you haven't done before. You start to literally rewire your brain, because as you do new things, you start to then think differently. You start to feel differently. As you think differently, as you develop new beliefs, your emotions begin to change. So this all is very intertwined, but when you start to take new action, do new things from a new self-image, your life begins to condition itself in this completely new way where everything will then change. So this is about having that awareness, and it's really about a choice. Choose right now that you are going to become of what your self-image is. You're going to become aware of what that is, and that any parts that don't serve you, you're going to allow them to be there. Don't resist them, because what resists persists. Allow them to be there and then let them go. And as you let them go, you can then condition in the new. You can then say, well, I used to never go to this type of place because I didn't feel worthy of it. But you know what? I observe that. I allow that to be there. I let it go, and I'm going to go anyways. A lot of times what happens is the self-image says, that is scary. I don't want to do that. What that really means is that is unfamiliar, and I don't know what will happen. Be okay with being uncertain. Be okay with trying new things, because in that unfamiliarity is where everything begins to change. That's what I encourage you to do, is to let go, have awareness, let go, recondition yourself. And the meditation you're about to hear is one of the most powerful meditations I've ever done. And I do recommend that you listen to it for 30 days in a row. And the reason that is because as you do so, you will be wiring in a new self-image. You will see yourself in a completely new way. And as you see yourself in a new way, you start to emanate and you start to embody that version of you. This isn't about faking it till you make it. This is about what is called fake it till you become it. Fake it till you let go of what doesn't serve, and then that's who you naturally are. It's a new perspective, but I think it's profound. Now, another thing is before every meditation, set this intention that you are going to come out of the meditation a different person than when you began. Because as you make that choice, you literally start to shift yourself to that awareness. You start to shift yourself to that version of you, because that version of you exists right now. It's just about letting go of the layers that no longer serve. It's about letting go of all that baggage. It's like, imagine you've been carrying a baggage around your whole life thinking it's yours, but it was really someone else's you picked up. And when you let it go, you can then move around much easier. You have much more freedom. That's what this is. This is realizing that you are much more than you priorly thought. That when you change your self-image, everything in your life will begin to change because you start to live from a new standard. And it's something that you will begin to see, set the intentions that after the meditation, you see a reflection in your life that shows you this kind of change that you have made. And if you do this, I am confident you will experience the transformation you want. Like I said, if you want as well, after the meditation, sign up for the free emotional transformation training so that you can learn exactly how to let go, how to rewire. A good component of that is that of transforming the self-image and maintaining the self-image. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the meditation now and listen to it with headphones. I recommend laying down or sitting down, relaxing. And other than that, I will see you on the next video. Peace, much love, and namaste.
For best results, use headphones. Make yourself comfortable, either by sitting down or laying down on your back. Begin by taking a deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale fully, relax. Let go of any tension. Breathe in again and feel a wave of relaxation flow through your body, feeling calm and relaxed. And as you breathe out, you let go of any tension. Let go. Imagine your body becoming more and more relaxed with every breath. If there is any tension in your body, notice where you feel it and focus on that area, loosening up and feeling relaxed. Focus your awareness on your head and notice the sensation in your face. Loosen up any tension in your face and feel it relax. Feel behind the eyes, release any tension. Relax your forehead, your jaw, and relax your tongue. Now bring the awareness to your shoulders. Feel them relax. Release any tension. Feel your arms, your hands, your torso. And now put the awareness on your left leg and foot. Relax your toes. Your right leg and foot. Relax your toes. And now imagine a ball of energy in your heart center. It can be any color you like. Feel from this space and notice the tingling sensation that is beginning to grow. Imagine this ball of energy spinning faster and faster, and as it spins, you are feeling more and more relaxed. Now visualize the best possible version of yourself that you can imagine. imagine what you would be doing in a certain scenario. Maybe it's doing your passion for a living. Maybe it's an ideal job that you have, or running your own company. Whatever it is, imagine it vividly and in detail. Imagine how you would carry yourself. What kind of body language do you have? How do people respond to you? What are you seeing? Imagine the colors going brighter and brighter. What are you hearing? Imagine the sounds getting louder and louder. Most importantly, how do you feel about yourself? How does it feel to be doing your passion for a living? How does it feel to express yourself 100%? How does it feel for other people to acknowledge you for your gift that you share with the world? Now, go over to a mirror and look at yourself. See how relaxed you are. There is a shine to your face and a look in your eyes. As you look at yourself in the mirror, what kind of beliefs do you have about who you are? What are your beliefs about money? What are your beliefs about relationships? What can you accomplish in your life? How does it feel to know that you can create whatever you want in your life? As you imagine looking at yourself in the mirror, I want you to make the colors brighter and brighter. The colors are more vivid. You can really see yourself and feel that that is who you are now. This is who you are. This is your new self-image. This is who you choose to be. Imagine that all of these affirmations are true for you right now in this moment. Repeat each affirmation in your mind or out loud with conviction. Use your imagination to fully believe each relaxation affirmation. I am a new person. I accept myself 100%. I appreciate who I am and love sharing my energy with the world. I am the perfect body weight for me. Confident and I trust the course of my life. I am a new person. I am successful with what I do. I am open to receiving new things. I am open to new opportunities in my life. I am open. I believe I can accomplish whatever I set my mind to. Deserve to be happy. I deserve to be successful. I am abundant and amazing opportunities are flowing into my life. I am who I want to be. I love who I am. I deserve love, and it is my natural birthright. I deserve love. I am confident in my choices and trust the course of my life. Things are getting better and better. I am free to be myself and love expressing myself. My future is bright and things are happening in my favor. My future is full of opportunities and I can feel them now. I know and trust that things will happen when they are meant to happen. I am grateful for everyone in my life. I love that people are excited to be around me. accept myself. I am whole and complete. I love that I don't need approval from other people. I love myself. I accept myself. I am worthy. Now imagine a ball of energy around your heart, making you feel relaxed and comfortable. Now imagine a ball of energy around your heart, making you feel relaxed and comfortable, spinning faster and faster. This image is your new self-image. This is who you are meant to be. Now we are going to release the old self-image forever. Imagine you are looking at a movie screen, and on that movie screen you see your old self-image. The person you were before you listened to this recording. That you is no longer you. That was the conditioned version of you. Imagine that version of you getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. It's hard to even imagine the old you. The colors now fade to black and white. And as you look at this old version of you, you feel like it was you from the past. You recognize that now you can let that version of you go. Imagine that you are looking. Now imagine you are looking in the right-hand corner of the movie screen. Now you see your new self-image in the corner of the screen. As you are looking at it, the colors are getting brighter and brighter. The colors are now more vivid, and the picture in the right-hand corner of the screen is getting bigger and bigger. And now it covers the whole screen. This is now all you can see. This is your new self-image. This is who you prefer to be. From this moment on, you are a completely new person. You will find people responding to you in a new way. People will notice a glow about you and how your energy is full of passion. And most importantly, you will feel completely different about yourself. You are confident. You accept yourself 100%. You are vibrant and alive, and you feel a new purpose within you that grows day by day. Imagine that ball of energy around your heart spinning faster and faster, bringing more and more relaxation throughout your body. In a moment, I will count to 3. If you'd like, you can choose to go to sleep, at which point you will find yourself drifting off into a deep, peaceful sleep. And if you would like to remain awake, you will find yourself feeling alert and present. 1. Take a deep breath in and feel the relaxation flow through your body. 2. Take another deep breath and exhale slowly. 3. Take in one more deep breath and exhale fully, feeling refreshed, calm,